Best bigs in the league. Brent, how impactful is the center position now compared to the way it used to be?
Well, one of the things that I think people are still dealing with is just how divergently different the center position has become in the game. And to think that these guys, in what they're asked to do, has just as much importance of the Patrick Ewings, the Akeem Olajuwons, the low post, big-time scorers back to the basket. The modern-day center, Kevin, isn't doing that. It's a roll to the basket, rim protection game. And there are some elite ones doing it now.
Wired a little bit differently than guys of the past.
They have to be. On top of that, some of the teams are even asking those players, obviously, to step out and shoot the three-point shot. So modern-day game, modern-day play.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Lillard the one with McCollum at the 2. Harkless is out there with Aminu, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. Now here's Wiggins, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Teague. It's good. Teague's got the first points up on the board here for Minnesota.
Nice to see Jeff Teague get down in there on the inside and come up with the bucket.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Over in the corner, Harkless. Lillard outside. Knocks down the 3 ball. Lillard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Now, defensively, you like to try and run Lillard off of that spot because, man, he gets it going out there, he's going to hurt you.
Teague, the pass to Covington. Here's Wiggins, defended by Harkless. That one goes. Count it. Towns has got his first bucket in this one.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
Now here's McCollum. 14 points from him the last game against Golden State. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Excellent footwork inside from Nurkic there to put the D in an awkward position and force them to foul him there. And Nurkic, one of those guys who you notice for many minutes of the game if he's engaged, and then you couldn't tell if he played 12 to 15 minutes if he's not active enough. So still looking to develop him both on offense and trying to make him a little bit more consistent on defense. The coaching staff has that task at hand, and Nurkic has a big hand in that.
First one falls for him. And with Nurkic at times, he can look like a star, but it's not easy for him to sustain that.
Well, all centers need to find some time to get some consistency. Heck, any player does, Kevin. But when Nurkic is focused, there are some things out there that he does that are quite impactful for this Portland offense. It's so guard heavy that to have something on the interior takes a lot of weight off their all-star guards.
And both free throws good for Nurkic. Yusuf Nurkic, a free agent this past summer. A lot of big men, Brent, on the market, and he flew under the radar.
Well, this team knows maybe how good Nurkic can be because they see him in practice all the time. They're just looking for a little bit more consistency in terms of the effort from him. The next few seasons of his development was really going to be a critical part of Nurkic's career.
Here's Teague to the inside, and that one is good.
Gibson fighting through the contact and not taking no for an answer. Love that concentration.
And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. Aminu, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Covington. Last game he had 28 points. Passes it to Gibson. Over McCollum. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Now their offense is rolling. A perfect start. 4 of 4 so far.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Pass to Nurkic. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. And so here's Portland following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And Gibson sends it back.
Taj Gibson doing a good job of just getting the hands up, and then the instincts come into play with the block. Well, it's not a secret that the strength of this ball club is in the backcourt. Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum, these are one of the better pairings in the league in terms of their scoring, playmaking, and devastation that they can provide on the offensive end. Unfortunately, it has not gotten them to the point where they've gotten enough complementary players to go as far as they would like in the postseason.
And the first one drops. And as great as the backcourt is for the Blazers, Brent, they know they need to add more.
Yeah, Evan Turner himself has said that we need more than just Dame and CJ, and the team has lacked a third scoring option for quite some time. You know, the general manager said the roster is a work in progress, so we'll see if they can make some kind of changes to put them over the hump.
And so T gets 2 free throws.
Encouraging sign there to see him knock down the free throw.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. It's a 5-point game. And it's Aminu in the corner. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him. Rose, he's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And there's the pass to Nurkic. Here's Harkless. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
Oh, and he likes the mid-range, Jay. You have to get right up on him if you want to stop it.
Rose kicks to T. Pass to Covington. Knocked away. It's stolen by Aminu. An even 3-on-3 break. Lillard finds Nurkic. Towns with the steal. Teague against Lillard. Got a piece of it, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Here's Rose. Trailblazers trail by 3. Here's Nurkic. Second chance shot. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Towns with the defensive effort. Passes it to Rose. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now here's McCollum. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Just 5 on the clock. Rose with some nice D. Timberwolves leading by 5. Lays it up off the glass.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Lillard against T. And here's McCollum for 3. Here's Nurkic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And as we have a moment now, let's take a look at the 3-pointer to 2-pointer shot ratio here in the postseason for the Timberwolves. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Opening night is upon us. Every team looking to come out of the gate strong. As we know, only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell him that, Kevin.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about it. Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, coming off a terrific season. Averaged about 27 points a game last season, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he led the charge when it came to scoring, led the team.
Yeah, he shot the lights out all year long from a variety of spots on the floor. Of that versatility.
And the Timberwolves with possession here after Mo Harkless's miss. Here's Rose. Misses off the left iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's McCollum. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Gibson passes to Rose. Covington in the corner. Lets a floater go. He lays it in. Covington's got his first 2 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
I was able to talk with Terry Stotts for a minute. He said that interior presence is #1 on their list defensively. He told me that they have to make it difficult inside and close out the passing lanes to prevent easy looks in the paint. We'll see if that works for him, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And here's Rose following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorers. 4th, Damian Lillard.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
And he knocks down the first one.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Sharch comes in for Taj Gibson. And Jones subbed in for Robert Covington. And Rose drops them both. Trailblazers trail by 6. Now here's Turner. Outside Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
That's an unselfish play. Evan Turner with eyes up and delivers.
Rose kicks to Jones. To the middle. Here's Sharch. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Portland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Inside, Turner. Back to Stauskas for the 3. And Jones pulls it down. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They lead by 4. Turner looking around. He kicks it to Stauskas. Outside Leonard. Over Rose. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Timberwolves leading by 4. Outside Jones. Out to the wing. Okogie drills the three-pointer. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trailblazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense now in his 7th year with the Blazers. They've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Sharge with it. Leonard picks him up. Back to Rose. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And how about the airtime improvisation from Derrick Rose? Able to hang and finish with a defender looming.
The Timberwolves have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And as a team, excellent. A season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
So many modern offenses no longer rely on a point guard to initiate the play. Tell us a little bit more. Walk us through that process.
I think a lot of teams, Kevin, are getting more towards motion offenses, almost playing in a secondary break where you've either coming off a score, you're coming down the floor, the point guard gets off the ball, and with all the players moving around and with the multifaceted skill set of your small forward and your power forward who's now playing at the point, distributing the ball, setting screens, DHO. Because of that skill set, you don't really have the heavy reliance on point guard domination with the basketball, setting up every play, and being the only playmaker on the floor. Now you have 3 and sometimes 4 getting that job done.
Now here's Curry. Following the missed shot by Dario Saric. Leonard finds Curry. Yes, that goes in. Now it's just a 3-point Minnesota lead.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far. And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
Here's Leonard following the bucket by the Timberwolves. The shot by Curry, no good. Timberwolves leading by 5. Curry with the steal. Outside Turner. There's 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Kicks it to Curry. Shot clock at 6. He's off on that one. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Jones looking for an opening. Outside Rose. And Jones has it in the corner. Shoots over Curry, and there's another one for the Timberwolves. Just 4 seconds left in the first. From deep, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we're watching with the Timberwolves, guys.
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores, all that trust showing up with the lead.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Turner is out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's Seth Curry. Then it's Collins. And it's Stauskas in at the 2. Now here's Šarić. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
And here's a look at some numbers for Dario Šarić. He had a strong showing last season. Came in about 14 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
I think you look across the board right now, and he's just doing a much better job. The numbers bear that out.
Turner passes to Curry. Leonard inside. Šarić is there. Curry's shot is off. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
He's a heady player. He knows how to get himself going and giving his team a real advantage right now on the offensive end.
Here's Stauskas following the score by Derrick Rose. Back to Stauskas. Pass to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Fires it up. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8, shooting 50% so far. Timberwolves leading by 9. Jones kicks to Wiggins. Shoots over Turner. And the shot is long. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner.
Evan Turner, the former number 2 pick out of Ohio State, is a very good ball handler, and he plays kind of in that mid-range game to look for space, not only to score, but to set up teammates. And I think coaching staff loves to have him play that point forward position to dictate some of the offense and take the load off the guards.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Covington's checked in. That one drops for him.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside Turner. The pass to Collins. Wiggins against McCollum. Over Wiggins. McCollum no good. And with Turner, he is underachieved, Brent, as far as where he was taken in the draft, but he offers a lot of unique skills to a team.
The biggest drawback is Evan Turner at his size. You'd want him to shoot the three-point ball with a little bit more consistency. So I know he plays in the box a bit, and he likes to play in the mid-range game, but there are some things offensively I think that he can do to take advantage of some mismatches and put some points on the board.
Now here's Rose following the miss by C.J. McCollum. Here's Towns, and he converts the layup. Towns has got 6.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Traveling has been a concern for the NBA for a while. For a purist like you, do you like that?
Well, you got to get from city to city, Kevin.
I don't think that's the kind of traveling I'm talking about here.
The violation.
Yes. I only ask you pay attention.
I'm sorry,
that's all.
Kevin.
It's a simple request.
Yeah, they're doing a better job. Some get away with it more than others. How's that?
What an answer. Thank you, Brent. Now, here's Nurkic. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line. And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger. And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Trailblazers trail by 15. McCollum finds Aminu. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Nurkic, the pass to McCollum. Over Wiggins. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. He's got 5.
And the ball handling right there of McCollum. He's able to get anywhere on the court he wants to go.
Pass to Towns. Back to Wiggins. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Covington, defended by Harkless. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. To the middle. And Nurkic, the bucket on the assist by Mo Harkless.
Well, the defense did a fine job there. Just not good enough. Nurkic, too skilled.
Rose kicks to Gibson. Back to Rose. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Aminu. Lillard against Rose. Now here's Harkless. Defense right on him. Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. Lets it go from deep. Rose with the rebound.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
For Minnesota, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Wiggins. Here's Lillard. He's coming off a 40-point game against Golden State.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
Now here's McCollum, trailing by 13.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
That's tipped. To the right side. Nurkic finds Harkless. 5 on the clock. McCollum outside. Over Gibson. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
Yeah, he's had bad first quarters before and has dug himself out. Here's another one tonight.
Now here's Covington, defended by Harkless. Nurkic against Towns. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
So he gets them both. Game is so wide open now, Brent. Such a great pace. Does that put more strain on bigger players? Physically.
I think it's putting strain on everybody. I think last year we saw
regardless of size.
Yeah, injuries to every position, the key guys at every position. I think that some of the physical motions that players have to perform in games because they're covering more ground and in susceptible positions, it's happening to everybody. The issue with the big guys, Kevin, is they're not playing. Less of them are getting more important time on the floor, so it's a strain on everybody.
And the basket by McCollum.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Rose with the ball. Lillard picks him up. Rose double teamed to the inside. It's tipped. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
You know, sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Lillard misses.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Wiggins, nice spin off the left rim and in. Wiggins has got 8.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Passes to Covington. He kicks to Wiggins. The three-pointer, no good. Trailblazers trail by 10. Lillard outside. It's McCollum on the wing. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
He gets that one.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Dishes to Lillard. Nurkic against Towns. Nurkic the pass to McCollum. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. Here's Aminu. 9 points last game out. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's a great look for Aminu, who has the athleticism and long arms to do damage inside.
Rose kicks to Towns. To the paint. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Towns. That's 12 points for Andrew Wiggins.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Lillard outside. Over Wiggins. Wiggins with the block.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead. And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
And here are the Trailblazers now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. 6 to shoot. Lillard way outside. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Tuesday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento.
And for the matchup with the Rockets, I think they know how important it is to see how they measure up against the cream of the crop in the West. I'm looking for them to approach it like this is a playoff matchup.
Towns down low, covered by Lillard, and Towns gets it to go. Towns has got 6 points in the quarter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Now a timeout called by Portland. You gotta like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
Minnesota making some changes. Jang, he's checked in for Towns. Sharch comes in for Taj Gibson. And Jones subbed in for Rose. Now here's Turner. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Gorgui Dieng is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Turner against Wiggins. Goes up to the stripe. Nice jump shot. Good.
This is the area that Evan Turner has built his house, the mid-range, finding his way into the paint and scoring the basketball.
Kicks it to Wiggins. The shot from the low post is good. Wiggins has got 14.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pass to Stauskas. Saric against Leonard. Here's Stauskas. Shot clock at 5. Over Jones. Stauskas with the bucket. Stauskas has got his second bucket of the game to go. And it's Jones with the ball for Minnesota. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. And that one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. Feeds to Wiggins. Portland grabs the miss.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And finished off by Collins.
Turner does so many things well, including setting up his teammates with perfect passes, just like that.
Outside, Jones. Saric outside. Back to Jones. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Curry deciding where to go with it. And the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there. Jones with it. And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for Minnesota. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what do you like about the way the team's playing so far?
We're competitive right now. We're going after it. In our possession, we're going hard.
We'll see if that continues in the second half, Andrew. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Andrew Wiggins led the way in the first half. He had 14 points, 3 assists, and 4 rebounds. And Shaq, what do you think about what we saw from Minnesota?
When Andrew Wiggins is attacking, this team takes on a whole different attitude. He can be passive at times, but in the first half, he took charge. Defensively, hard to match up with his explosiveness.
And Kenny, what did you see from Portland?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, on the cut, off the dribble, he is a factor, and we saw that in the first half.
Coaches talk about having slashers on the team, and this is what they do. They get into the heart of the defense. They force difficult rotations. He's been tough to contain.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. And it's Covington in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, McCollum is pretty deft at changing speeds, and that time he did it driving to the rim. Well, CJ, one of those exemplary players that stayed all 4 years at Lehigh and then came into the league very, very polished and very ready for everything that the league was going to throw at him. Not just the defenses on the court, but the NBA lifestyle in general. And he learned to be a great leader here in Portland alongside Damian Lillard.
Free throw good, McCollum. And for McCollum, rare does someone who stayed all 4 years end up being such a star at the NBA level.
Well, McCollum's done just such a great job of improving his game even after coming into the league so polished. And how fortunate for Portland in the wake of losing one of their all-time greats in LaMarcus Aldridge to fill some of that scoring gap with a talented player like C.J. McCollum.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
And it's Towns missing.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Now here's Covington. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good. Covington's got his second basket. And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his third foul of the game. Here's Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. Fires the three. Traps in the tray. McCollum's got it back down to within single digits for the Trailblazers.
Well, he's one of the league's more dangerous deep shooters. McCollum hits a high percentage of threes when he's in sync.
Here's Towns. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And for Portland, they're shooting around 41% on the night. Lillard outside. Aminu against Gibson. Back to McCollum. It's up a three. And the Trailblazers another three.
That's a great read on the pick and roll by McCollum. The defender backing up leaves him no hope of affecting that shot.
T kicks to Towns. The kick out to T. 6 to shoot. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Great D that time from Nurkic. McCollum finds Nurkic, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. There's the foul. That's against Minnesota.
Nurkic with the pump fake does a good job fooling the defender that time. Well, Damian Lillard, a star in this league for several years now. Whether that's recognized by an all-star appearance or not, it doesn't matter. He has been elite at the point guard position. Just a dynamic scorer and one of the more lethal players in the NBA, hoping to push Portland further and further at some point in his career.
Free throw good, Nurkic. And with Lillard, he often can be forgotten about just because there are so many great guards in the NBA, Brent, in particular in the West.
Well, let's face it, he just missed out on a couple of seasons of representing the Portland Trailblazers as a guard in the Western Conference because of the loaded Western Conference and how good the guards are. But regardless, there's no denying that Lillard is right up there as one of the elites in the league.
Now here's Covington. Poked loose. Now Harkless. Here's McCollum. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. With a break in the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounders. Karl Anthony Towns, fourth.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Here's McCollum. Portland no good that time either. Minnesota leading by 5. Wiggins surveying the floor. Towns high post. Teague for 3. And Harkless pulls it down.
Well, if they had an edge at halftime, they might have lost it beginning this half 1 of 5.
McCollum passes to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Timberwolves have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Wiggins, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on C.J. McCollum. The Timberwolves have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 8.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
I just think it was a matter of getting recomposed, altering their game plan just a little bit. They look completely in sync now.
And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Rose, he's checked in for Minnesota. A baseline J. That one off the back iron and out. The Blazers on offense. They're on an 11-3 run right now. It's stolen by Rose. For the finish. And finished off by Rose.
And this is what Rose brings to the table. When he gets out in the open court, he doesn't take his foot off that pedal.
Lillard finds Nurkic. McCollum against Wiggins. Tipped away. Gibson with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Towns has got it. Oh.
No, that just happened.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Aminu following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And it's good, 2 points. 10 points for Lillard.
Well, compact and strong. Lillard using his frame and still finishes.
And here's Covington. And the pass to Wiggins. The feed to Towns. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. For Minnesota, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
The first one falls. Minnesota making a switch here. Sharge is checked in. Zach Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Turner comes in for Maurice Harkless. And Towns drops them both.
Such a big bonus to have a big guy that can step up to the free throw line and knock down shots. So many guys struggle from there.
Lillard the pass to Collins. The dish now to McCollum. Over Wiggins. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 6 and the basket from McCollum.
Yeah, we've seen highlights of the deep threes, and we know he can get to the rim, but McCollum's mid-range game, well, that's something special. Impressive there.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Towns. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season, put up about 21 points a game, 12 rebounds, and 2 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy, all elements right now working together, and the game is coming so easy right now.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
Well, a tip of the cap to the coaching staff here. They're recognizing how well he's playing, so the game plan has been built around it.
And Evan Turner, the former #2 pick out of Ohio State, you know, he acts as a utility night for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait.
Throw good, Evan Turner. And with Turner, as you mentioned, Greg, he can play both wing spots and does whatever you need from him on offense.
Well, you like what he's playing in the post and bullying small wings. Much better from that area of the floor than from outside. He also can act as a playmaker, very adept at running the pick and roll.
All free throws good from Turner.
And the leadership that Evan Turner offers up can be a huge bonus. This is a guy who continues to accept and play well within his role.
Now here's Wiggins. 17 points in the game. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Wiggins.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around, as his energy is contagious out there right
now. Free throw drops for Rose. And Rose drops them both. Trailblazers trail by 8. McCollum kicks to Leonard. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Sharks. Drops in the breakaway layup.
And guys, they've allowed an embarrassing number of points off those turnovers.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. They host the 76ers after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Pass to Collins. This one for 3. Portland again missing. Minnesota leading by 10. And the rejection by Collins. Second shot opportunity. Here's Towns. A beautiful reverse layup. Towns has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Curry kicks to McCollum. Outside Leonard. Back to McCollum. Over Wiggins. Portland no good that time either. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Back to Saric. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 14. Portland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. The Trailblazers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
No good on that one. Stauskas is checked in for McCollum. And the second free throw, good. Timberwolves leading by 13. Okogie, he's covered by Leonard and finished off by Jang.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Curry against Jones. Right side Turner. Over Saric. The shot by Turner, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Saric finds Jang. Elbow shot. They get it again. Rose. Curry with the defensive effort.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's Turner. 5 points in the game. Curry is inside. Charge is there. 5 to shoot. Shot on the wing. Outside for Curry. Jones against Turner. Tries again. No good that time. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Down low, Leonard with the steal. And now Portland on the break, pushing it up. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Minnesota leading by 15. Okogie. It's rebounded by Leonard. Portland's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Pass to Collins. And stolen by Jang. Pass to Rose. It's stolen by Stauskas. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 6. It's stolen by Jones. Drops in the breakaway layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Now here's Collins. Curry can't get it to go.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, he's left open there for a reason, guys. That's not his shot, and the defense, they know that.
Turner passes to Stauskas. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Curry. To end the cold streak. Minnesota with the rebound. And Saric kicks to Rose. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Rose has got 8 points here in this quarter.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Here's Stauskas. He's covered by Rose. Outside Curry. And there's the pass to Collins. Stauskas dishes to Leonard. Here's Turner. That 3 off the mark. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Some changes for Minnesota. Taj Gibson's checked in for Gorgie Dang, and it's Teague in for Jones. And Portland with a change here, too. Damian Lillard's checked in for Stauskas. .27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. There's Rose with the three. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his fourth rebound in this one. To the inside, Collins passes to Lillard. And here we go, Saric, the fast break chance. Outside Rose. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Rose has got 24.
And Rose playing a big role offensively. He's got to be a focal point of your defensive scouting report. No doubt he can hurt you.
What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. Back to the action after this word. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And for Portland, they're shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, they've got Seth Curry. Myers Leonard is out there with Turner. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Collins in at the center position. Now here's Turner, just 5 to shoot. Lillard from outside, but they recover it. Leonard finds Lillard. That three off the mark.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Turner. There's the triple. And Damian Lillard, good for the three.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Here is Rose. Inside, the kick out to T. Outside Rose. Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Dario Saric. And then for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Zach Collins. Aminu comes in for Leonard. And Harkless is subbed in for Evan Turner. Trailblazers trail by 21. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. They'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat. Then on Monday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Free throw good. Curry. The league and players union, Brent, both have expressed supporting guys who express their views and social concerns. You like that?
Well, I think it's amazing the way the league has backed some of the avenues with which players have used their voices.
Embraced.
Well, extending well beyond just saying things, Kevin, because we know actions speak louder than words, and there are so many guys around our league that do important philanthropic work. But the fact that the league supports all of those things, the fact that you see Adam Silver show up at some of these events, or that there's press releases from the league office about some of the things guys are doing, there's amazing cohesion when it comes to the league and its players, because they understand that everything that they're doing has such a significant impact in the communities in which they live in and around the game with which we all love.
Well said. So it's Portland now, following the 3 by Minnesota. Lillard, the pass to Curry. 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. The shot by Harkless, no good. Minnesota leading by 22. Down low, Teague. Towns trying to get open. That's good from Teague on the assist by Rose. Rose has got 5 assists in the game. Lillard finds Curry. The tray. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Rose scanning the floor. And the call will be against Jusuf Nurkic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Do you see a lot of player tampering right now in the NBA?
Well, how do you define it, Kevin?
Well, if a player wants to go out and recruit other players that may be under contract with another team.
I see that a lot then, Kevin. I mean, it happens all the time. Players talking about what are you thinking about doing and about, wow, don't you think this would be great if we could get together on the floor in 2021? Let's try to.
But management doing it is a completely different animal.
Management cannot do it, although some teams have walked that tightrope a little bit to the point where they've fallen off in recent years. But the idea of players not ever talking to one another about the potential of being together.
Come on, right?
It's always happening.
Yeah. Now here's Harkless. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's number 4. Definitely something to keep track of as we move forward.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Lillard with the bucket.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Timberwolves leading by 18. T kicks to Covington. Pass to Gibson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Commend the physical play of Taj Gibson. He brings that every night. When he's shooting, he's skilled at drawing contact.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That's good from Gibson.
Taj Gibson is tough, proven veteran who plays well on both ends of the court.
And so he makes both from the line. Tearaway warm-ups have long been a feature of the NBA. But last season, the new tearaway jerseys, they just kept ripping apart.
The old uniform malfunction, Kevin, last year. Yeah, maybe.
You even had a couple malfunctions, and that was odd.
Well, the tie? Bad tie?
Yeah.
I always have bad ties.
No.
I think they're looking back at the material choices for what they're doing. So maybe there'll be some subtle changes into this year. But it was interesting. In the early part of last year, a lot of guys with a finger underneath the arm and pulling away a jersey and ripped away. So maybe the supplier will do something about the fabric this year.
Here's Lillard after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Aminu against Gibson. And Aminu kicks to McCollum. Now here's Harkless. He's covered closely. And the rejection by Towns. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And here are the Trailblazers now. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. And here's Gibson. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. T kicks to Towns. He dishes it to Wiggins. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 4 assists in the game.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Now, here's Aminu. Back to McCollum. 6 to shoot. Over Wiggins. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Luol Deng is checked in for the Timberwolves. And then for the Trailblazers, Swanigan, he's checked in for Aminu. And Baldwin subbed in for Lillard. Baldwin the pass to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around to end the run. No good on the shot. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Now here's Covington. Defended by Harkless. Teague finds Towns. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Adam Silver has said there's probably more basketball being watched and played, Brent, in China than anywhere else in the world. How long before you think we see our next Chinese superstar in this league?
That's going to be interesting when that does happen. Obviously, the type of mark that Yao Ming made in the NBA, it's going to be hard for anybody to match the kind of impact, not just in the game, but what he did globally for the NBA. It just won't happen again. But I'm looking forward to, heck, not just the next Chinese player, but a Japanese player, somebody from India where they love the NBA game, to start to find their way onto rosters in the league.
They're coming. I mean, there's going to be someone before long.
No doubt.
Stauskas is checked in for the Trailblazers. And Towns drops them both. They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Here's Swanigan. Over Deng. That one wide left. Now here's Covington. He kicks it to T. Towns dishes to Covington. On the wing, Wiggins. Just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Covington with the bucket.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Love their strategy, and they've been able to execute on it, building a huge lead.
Here's Baldwin. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. They get Luol Deng.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
Players are talking about the new sports science. Better sleep, recovery after lifting, playing, traveling, whatever it is. They say it's making a difference. What do you think?
I think it only makes a difference if the guys put it into practice, Kevin. Like, as much information as they can hand out in a team meeting and sort of give you directives about how it is you should rest and when it is you can get your sleep, players won't see those benefits unless they're as disciplined as they are with trying to get better in the offseason as they are with making sure that they get proper rest to be at their athletic best for competition.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gorgie Deng comes in for Towns, and Jones subbed in for Wiggins. Good on both. And so it's Minnesota with it. Here's Teague. Dishes to Deng. Covington in the corner. Outside, Jones. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Trailblazers shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Here's Baldwin. Passes it to Swanigan. 4 on the shot clock. Over Teague. Swanigan gets the bucket.
His release is just so smooth from the mid-range.
Jones kicks to Zhang. Dang for 3. It's rebounded by Baldwin. And so it's Baldwin with it. He brings it up for Portland. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems
Kevin,
that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, gee, you got 4 A's.
Now here's Harkless. That one good for 2.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Here's Jones, and it's Dang at the elbow. The kick out to T. Snatched away, all by himself. Here's Stauskas, and that one is hammered home.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
Well, there's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
Now here's Teague. Back to Zhang. So the wing on the left. Shot clock at 5. Trying to get something going. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
That's just great work from Jeff Teague to draw a foul inside the paint. The D looks flustered.
Around the world, Brent, we've seen the NBA take a role in helping youngsters learn to play the game of basketball the right way.
So incredible what Basketball Without Borders has done with the NBA junior program expanding itself. Last year in Treviso, for the first time, the NBA doing a combine for EuroLeague players so they can start a database of the older professional, younger professional players playing overseas. It's a global game. Adam Silver is doing a remarkable job of promoting the game, and we're in a great place, Kevin.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Gorgie Dang. Gibson comes in for Luol Deng. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Jones.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
McCollum kicks to Harkless. He feeds it to Nurkic, reverses, and it's good on the layup.
That's a perfect reverse, using the backboard as his friend, drew the defender in, and just slipped it to the other side.
Teague with the ball, pass to Covington. Towns with it, defended by Harkless. Low block shot on the way. They grab their own miss. The kick out to Teague. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Moves back up. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Blazers on offense. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Over in the corner, Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And that's now 22 points for Lillard.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Now here's Gibson. Back to Wiggins. Over McCollum. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Trailblazers trail by 18. Now Harkless. To the middle. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Timberwolves.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Rose.
He came in with a focus and brought that dominant performance to the defense all night long, controlling the pace of the game and was firing on all cylinders.
Now here's Teague. Wiggins outside. They can't stop the run with that one.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Here's Stauskas. Pulls up on the wing. Bank shot, no good. Now the Timberwolves with it. The lead is 15. And Saric kicks to Wiggins. Jang inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The Trailblazers on offense. They've gone on a 16-2 run, not allowing much. Here's Turner, the pass to Collins. Here's Stauskas, covered by Wiggins. Three-pointer, offline. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes